The grand tapestry of life, in all its myriad forms, holds the continuation of species as a most fundamental drive. For humankind, the journey to parenthood is often a deeply cherished aspiration, a biological imperative intertwined with emotional and societal threads. Fertility, the natural capability to conceive life, is a marvel of intricate biological engineering. It is a delicate dance of hormones, timing, and healthy reproductive systems working in perfect concert. However, this intricate process, like any delicate mechanism in nature, can sometimes face impediments, leading many to seek assistance on their path to welcoming a new life into their world, a quest that is both profoundly personal and increasingly common in our modern age. Many factors can influence this innate ability to create life. Age, a relentless marker of time, plays a significant role, particularly for women, as the quantity and quality of eggs naturally decline. Lifestyle choices such as diet, stress levels, and exposure to environmental toxins also cast long shadows on reproductive health. Underlying medical conditions, sometimes silent and undetected, can present formidable barriers. For instance, conditions like polycystic ovary syndrome or PCOS or endometriosis in women or low sperm count in men can disrupt the natural course of conception. It is a testament to our resilience and ingenuity that we have sought to understand and address these challenges with ever-growing knowledge. The reasons individuals and couples might require assistance are as diverse as humanity itself. Some may have waited until later in life to start a family, prioritizing careers or personal development, only to find the biological clock ticking louder than anticipated. Others may carry genetic conditions they wish to avoid passing on to their offspring, necessitating specialized reproductive technologies. For same-sex couples or single individuals, the dream of parenthood often relies entirely on medical assistance and the kindness of others. The quiet struggle with infertility can bring immense emotional strain, making the availability of supportive solutions a beacon of hope for many aspiring parents across the globe. Understanding these complexities is the first step towards navigating the world of assisted reproduction. It is a world where science and hope converge, offering pathways where nature's course has met a hurdle. The desire to nurture, to witness the unfolding of a new generation, is a powerful force. Recognizing that seeking help is not a sign of failure, but rather a proactive step towards fulfilling this deep-seated human desire is crucial. The journey may be different, perhaps more arduous than envisioned, but the destination, the joy of holding one's child, remains a potent motivator, driving countless individuals to explore the remarkable avenues modern medicine has unveiled. In vitro fertilization, commonly known as IVF, stands as one of modern medicine's most remarkable achievements in helping humans conceive. The term in vitro itself is Latin, meaning in glass, referring to the process where fertilization occurs outside the body, in a laboratory dish rather than within the mother's fallopian tubes. This technique offers a ray of hope when natural conception proves elusive. The journey of IVF involves several carefully orchestrated steps, each designed to maximize the chances of a successful pregnancy. It is a testament to our understanding of the very earliest stages of life, a carefully guided meeting of egg and sperm under the watchful eyes of skilled embryologists. The process typically commences with ovarian stimulation. The woman is administered fertility medications, usually hormones, to encourage her ovaries to produce multiple mature eggs, rather than the single egg typically released each month. This is crucial because not every egg will fertilize or develop into a viable embryo. Regular monitoring through blood tests and ultrasound scans helps doctors track the development of these eggs. Once the eggs reach maturity, they are retrieved in a minor surgical procedure called follicular aspiration. Using ultrasound guidance, a thin needle is passed through the vaginal wall into the ovaries to collect the eggs from their follicles, a delicate and precise operation. Simultaneously, a semen sample is collected from the male partner or sperm donor. The sperm are then specially prepared in the laboratory, with the healthiest and most motile ones being selected for fertilization. These selected sperm are then combined with the retrieved eggs in a laboratory dish. This is where the magic of in vitro happens. The sperm and eggs are left to mingle, hopefully resulting in fertilization over the next few hours or days. In some cases, a single sperm may be directly injected into each mature egg, a procedure known as intracytoplasmic sperm injection, or ICSI, particularly if male infertility is a factor. Following fertilization, the resulting embryos are cultured in the laboratory for several days, typically 3 to 5, allowing them to develop and divide. During this time, embryologists monitor their growth and quality. The healthiest embryo or embryos are then selected for transfer into the woman's uterus. This embryo transfer procedure is relatively simple, often not requiring anesthesia. A thin catheter is used to place the embryos into the uterine cavity, where it is hoped they will implant and grow into a baby. Any remaining good quality embryos may be frozen for future use, offering another chance at pregnancy without undergoing the full stimulation cycle again. The journey to parenthood can be influenced by various life choices, and one aspect that sometimes comes into discussion is the impact of multiple sexual partners on a woman's fertility. While having multiple partners does not directly cause infertility in itself, it can increase the risk of exposure to sexually transmitted infections or STIs. Many STIs, such as chlamydia or gonorrhea if left untreated, can lead to pelvic inflammatory disease or PID. PID is a serious infection of the female reproductive organs, including the uterus, fallopian tubes and ovaries. This infection can cause scarring and blockages in the fallopian tubes, preventing the egg from meeting the sperm or a fertilized egg from reaching the uterus, thereby significantly impacting fertility. For couples or individuals who cannot carry a pregnancy themselves, surrogacy emerges as a compassionate and viable alternative. Surrogacy is an arrangement, often supported by a legal agreement, whereby a woman, known as the surrogate mother, agrees to carry a pregnancy for another person or couple who will become the child's parent or parents after birth. This can be an option for diverse group of people, woman in wheelchair, same-sex male couple and single man, consulting with fertility specialist at distribute_equally, women with medical conditions that make pregnancy impossible or dangerous, same-sex male couples, or single men. There are two main types: traditional surrogacy, where the surrogate's egg is fertilized with the intended father's or donor sperm, and gestational surrogacy, where an embryo created using the intended parent's or donor's egg and sperm is transferred to the surrogate's uterus. When we compare the prevalence of IVF and surrogacy, it is clear that IVF is a far more common procedure. IVF directly addresses a wide range of infertility causes in both men and women, from media group, doctor discussing infertility causes with couple, woman undergoing ultrasound for fertility assessment at distribute_equally, blocked fallopian tubes and ovulation disorders, to male factor infertility. Millions of IVF cycles are performed worldwide each year, resulting in the birth of hundreds of thousands of babies. It has become a relatively mainstream medical treatment for infertility in many countries, including India. Many fertility clinics across the nation offer IVF services, making it accessible to a larger segment of the population struggling with conception, although costs can still be a barrier for some. Surrogacy, while an invaluable option, is utilized less frequently. It is a more complex process involving significant legal, emotional, and ethical considerations for all parties involved, the intended parents and the surrogate mother. The pool of women willing and able to become surrogates is also limited. Furthermore, the legal framework surrounding surrogacy varies significantly between countries and even regions, which can add to the complexity. While it provides a crucial path to parenthood for those who need it, its specific indications mean it serves a smaller, though no less deserving group compared to the broader applications of IVF. Both, however, represent the incredible ways science can help build families. The advancement of reproductive technology not only assists in immediate conception, but also offers the remarkable ability to preserve the potential for future families. Embryo freezing or cryopreservation is a sophisticated process where embryos created through IVF are frozen at sub-zero temperatures and stored for later use. This allows individuals or couples to postpone parenthood for medical reasons, such as upcoming cancer treatment that might affect fertility, or for personal reasons, like wishing to pursue career goals before starting a family. The cost of embryo freezing in India can vary, but typically the initial process of creation and freezing might range from 1 lakh to 3 lakhs rupees or more, depending on the clinic and specific requirements. Annual storage fees then apply, which could be in the range of 50,000 to 1,50,000 rupees per year. We often observe celebrities in the public eye welcoming children later in life, sometimes well into their late 30s and 40s and even beyond. This phenomenon often sparks conversations about later life parenthood. While it appears almost magical, it is frequently the result of meticulous planning and the utilization of assisted reproductive technologies, or RT. Many celebrities may have opted for egg freezing when they were younger, preserving their healthier younger eggs for use at a later stage via IVF. Others might undergo IVF with their current eggs, sometimes requiring multiple cycles, or use donor eggs. Surrogacy is also an option some celebrities choose, particularly if carrying a pregnancy themselves is not feasible or advisable. The decision by public figures to have children later can be inspiring for some, demonstrating that parenthood is possible beyond the traditionally perceived fertile years. However, it is also important to understand the underlying science and resources often involved. Access to top-tier medical care, the financial means to afford multiple ART cycles or egg freezing, and the ability to manage demanding schedules are significant factors. Their stories highlight the possibilities that ART offers, but should also be viewed with an awareness of the dedication and often considerable investment required. These narratives can help normalize conversations around fertility treatments and later parenthood, which is a positive development. Ultimately, embryo freezing and other ART procedures provide individuals with greater reproductive autonomy. They offer a chance to navigate life's complexities, be it health challenges, career ambitions, or simply finding the right partner without necessarily sacrificing the dream of biological parenthood. The technology acts as a bridge across time, safeguarding the precious seeds of future generations. While the financial investment is a consideration for many, the possibility of having a child when the time is right is an invaluable opportunity, a testament to how science can empower personal life choices in the most profound ways. This careful planning allows many to embrace parenthood when they feel truly prepared. In our contemporary world, many individuals aspire to build fulfilling careers alongside raising a family, a balancing act that requires careful planning and mutual support. For couples embarking on this dual journey, open communication is paramount. Discussing expectations about childcare, household responsibilities, and career flexibility before the baby arrives can prevent future misunderstandings. Many workplaces are also evolving, offering parental leave, flexible working hours, or remote work options, which can significantly ease the transition. Utilizing support systems, whether from family, friends, or professional childcare services, is not a sign of inadequacy, but a smart strategy for managing the multifaceted demands of work and parenthood effectively. Creating a shared calendar for family and work commitments can help in organizing schedules and ensuring both partners contribute equitably. It is also vital to carve out dedicated time for oneself and for the couple, even amidst the delightful chaos of raising children. This helps maintain individual well-being and strengthens the partnership, which is the bedrock of a happy family. Remember, it's not about achieving a perfect stress-free balance every single day, but about striving for a sustainable rhythm that accommodates both professional ambitions and the joys of family life. Prioritizing tasks and being willing to adjust plans as needed are key skills in this intricate dance. However, the path to parenthood is not always a shared dream, or the timing might be a point of contention within a couple. Disagreements about having children, or when to have them, can be one of the most challenging issues a partnership can face. If one partner desires children and the other does not, or if there's a significant difference in their preferred timelines, honest and compassionate dialogue is crucial. Seeking guidance from a relationship counselor or therapist can be immensely helpful. A neutral third party can facilitate communication, help each partner understand the other's perspective, and explore potential compromises or resolutions. It is important to explore the underlying reasons for each partner's stance. Perhaps one feels financially unprepared or has career goals they wish to achieve first. Maybe there are fears about parenthood or concerns about the relationship's stability. Understanding these deeper motivations can open doors for empathy and negotiation. Sometimes a compromise can be reached, such as agreeing on a timeline or revisiting the discussion after a certain period. In other instances, the difference might be irreconcilable, leading to difficult decisions about the future of the relationship. Whatever the outcome, addressing the issue with respect and honesty is vital for both individuals' well-being. The question of whether women inherently feel the urge for children earlier than men is a complex one, woven with threads of biology, societal expectation, and individual experience. Biologically, women have a more time-limited fertility window, often referred to as the biological clock. This awareness can, for some, create a sense of urgency or a desire to start a family sooner rather than later. Ovarian reserve, the number of viable eggs, diminishes with age, and the risks associated with pregnancy can increase. This biological reality undeniably plays a role in shaping women's considerations around family planning, often prompting earlier contemplation of motherhood. Beyond biology, societal narratives and cultural norms have historically placed a strong emphasis on motherhood as a central aspect of a woman's identity. From a young age, girls are often socialized with toys and stories that revolve around caregiving and babies, which can subtly shape aspirations. While these pressures are evolving, they can still contribute to an earlier conscious desire for children in some women. Men, on the other hand, may not feel the same direct biological timeline, and societal expectations for fatherhood, while present, have sometimes been framed with less immediacy. However, it is crucial to recognize that these are general observations and individual desires vary immensely, irrespective of gender. In this evolving societal landscape, we also observe a growing visibility and acceptance of couples who choose not to have children. These are often referred to as DINK couples, an acronym for dual income, no kids. This choice, once perhaps less understood or even stigmatized, is increasingly recognized as a valid and fulfilling life path. Couples may choose to be child-free for a multitude of reasons: a desire to focus on their careers, personal growth, or their relationship with each other, financial considerations, concerns about the state of the world or the environment, or simply a lack of desire for parenthood. This is a deeply personal decision. The DINK lifestyle allows for a different allocation of resources, both time and money, which can be directed towards travel, hobbies, further education, or other pursuits. It challenges the traditional notion that a family unit is incomplete without children. Embracing this choice reflects a broader societal shift towards respecting individual autonomy and diverse definitions of a fulfilling life. It is important to support and respect such decisions, recognizing that happiness and purpose can be found in many different family structures and life configurations, not solely through raising the next generation. The richness of human experience lies in this diversity of paths. For many couples, the dream of holding their own baby in their arms can feel like an uphill journey, fraught with anxiety and uncertainty when conception does not happen easily. If you find yourselves struggling to conceive, the first and most important step is to seek timely medical advice. Consulting a fertility specialist or a gynecologist experienced in reproductive health can provide clarity and direction. They can conduct necessary investigations for both partners to identify any underlying causes of infertility. This might involve blood tests to check hormone levels, semen analysis for the male partner, and assessments of the woman's ovulation and fallopian tube patency. Understanding the cause is often the key to finding the right solution. Beyond medical interventions, it is vital to pay attention to lifestyle factors that can influence fertility. Maintaining a healthy weight through a balanced diet and regular moderate exercise can be beneficial for both men and women. Avoiding smoking, excessive alcohol consumption, and illicit drug use is crucial, as these can significantly impair reproductive health. Managing stress through techniques like yoga, meditation, or mindfulness can also be helpful, as chronic stress can sometimes interfere with hormonal balance. Remember, these lifestyle adjustments are supportive measures and should complement, not replace, professional medical guidance and treatment. The emotional toll of infertility can be immense. It is common to experience feelings of sadness, frustration, anger, guilt, or isolation. It is essential to acknowledge these emotions and seek support. Talking openly with your partner about your feelings can strengthen your bond during this challenging time. Consider joining a support group, either in person or online, where you can connect with others who understand what you're going through. Sometimes speaking with a counselor or therapist specializing in fertility issues can provide invaluable emotional support and coping strategies. You are not alone in this journey. Remember to be patient with yourselves and with the process. Fertility treatments can take time, and there may be setbacks along the way. It is important to gather all the information you can about your options, ask questions, and make informed decisions together with your medical team. Explore all avenues, from lifestyle changes and simpler treatments to more advanced technologies like IVF, or considering adoption or surrogacy if appropriate. The path to parenthood may have unexpected turns, but with perseverance, support, and access to the right care, many couples can achieve their dream of having a family in one form or another. In vitro fertilization, despite its remarkable success in helping millions build families, is often surrounded by myths and misconceptions. These can create unnecessary anxiety and confusion for those considering this path to parenthood. One common myth is that IVF always results in multiple births, such as twins or triplets. While it is true that in the past, transferring multiple embryos was common practice to increase success rates, leading to a higher incidence of multiples, modern IVF protocols have evolved significantly. Today, there is a strong emphasis on single embryo transfer, especially with advances in embryo selection techniques to reduce the risks associated with multiple pregnancies for both mother and babies. Another persistent misconception is that IVF is an unnatural or artificial way to have a baby, and that children born via IVF are somehow different. The reality is that IVF simply facilitates the meeting of sperm and egg outside the body. Once an embryo is transferred to the uterus and implants successfully, the pregnancy progresses just like any other. Children born through IVF are as healthy and natural as those conceived spontaneously. They are a testament to love and science working hand in hand. The process may be different, but the resulting child is a cherished human being, no different from any other. A third widespread myth is that IVF is only for the wealthy, or that it is an exclusively last resort option. While IVF treatment does involve costs, many clinics in India offer packages, and some financial assistance or loan options may be available, making it more accessible than often perceived. Furthermore, IVF is not always the last stop. For certain conditions, such as severely blocked fallopian tubes or severe male factor infertility, IVF might be recommended as a first-line treatment because it offers the highest chance of success. The decision to pursue IVF is based on individual medical circumstances and is made in consultation with a fertility specialist, not solely on financial status or as a desperate final attempt. Dispelling these myths is crucial for informed decision-making. Understanding the facts about IVF can empower individuals and couples to explore their options with confidence and clarity. It is a well-established, safe and effective medical procedure that has brought immense joy to countless families around the world. Seeking information from reliable medical sources and fertility experts, rather than relying on hearsay or outdated notions, is always the best approach when navigating the complexities of fertility treatments. Knowledge in this arena is indeed power, allowing for choices based on reality, not fear. The question of the ideal age gap between children is one that many parents ponder, and it is often surrounded by a mix of anecdotal advice, cultural norms, and scientific findings. There's no single perfect spacing that suits every family. Some myths suggest that very small gaps, say under 18 months, make for closer sibling bonds like built-in playmates. Others might propose that larger gaps, perhaps 3 years or more, allow parents to give more individual attention to each child during their early years and reduce sibling rivalry. These are often based more on personal preferences and observations than hard science. From a medical perspective, some research suggests that very short inter-pregnancy intervals, less than 18 months from birth to subsequent conception, may be associated with slightly increased risks for the mother and the subsequent baby, such as preterm birth or low birth weight. The World Health Organization often advises waiting at least 24 months after a live birth before attempting the next pregnancy to reduce risks of adverse maternal and child outcomes. However, individual health circumstances can vary. Conversely, very long gaps do not typically pose medical risks but present different parenting dynamics. Ultimately, the best gap is highly individual, depending on parental age, health, finances, career considerations, and personal desires for family size and structure. As we conclude this exploration into the intricate world of fertility, IVF, surrogacy, and the diverse paths to building a family, it is paramount to offer a message of support and positivity. The journey to parenthood, or the choice not to embark upon it, is deeply personal. For those facing challenges in conceiving, remember that you are not alone. Science offers remarkable avenues of hope, and support systems are available to guide you. Embrace the journey with courage and seek the knowledge that empowers you to make informed decisions that are right for your unique circumstances and dreams. For every kind of family, whether formed through natural conception, assisted reproduction, surrogacy, adoption, or through chosen bonds without children, your path is valid and worthy of celebration. The definition of family is ever expanding, reflecting the beautiful diversity of human connection and love. Today, on the 6th of June 2025, let us champion empathy, understanding, and support for all individuals and couples as they navigate their unique family-building aspirations. May every journey be met with compassion, and may every family, in whatever form it takes, find joy, love, and fulfillment in the rich tapestry of life.